she's still a brown lady that's got to try to win in a party that is deeply anti-immigrant and which accepts the notion that you can say immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are familiar, Nikki Haley very embarrassingly came in third place tonight in the Iowa Caucus. She was hoping for second. And really, I mean, in my opinion, she did better than I was hoping she would. I was hoping she'd get absolutely destroyed. But, you know, still regardless, I'm glad to see that neocon corporate warmongering scum not beat Ron DeSantis, certainly not win the Iowa caucus. As I've said for a long time, she is a Trojan horse to the Republican Party and to the conservative movement, okay? Nothing she stands for is conservative. All she stands for is caving to the left on social issues and caving to the corporations on everything else. But apparently, according to Joy Reid, the liberal woke anchor over on MSNBC, the reason that Nikki Haley lost is because of racism. Never mind the fact that Nikki Haley is pretty fair-skinned. I mean, to tell you the truth, if you told me she was Indian, I wouldn't even really think that at first. And of course, ignoring the fact, elephant in the room, that Vivek Ramaswamy, okay, came behind Nikki Haley tonight. But apparently it is because of racism that Nikki Haley did not beat Ron DeSantis, who, by the way, is Italian. Okay? We do not take a discrimination, okay? But no, in all seriousness, it's unbelievable. Okay.
New Hampshire. And I think to the point that you made, Steph, I mean, it's the elephant in the room. She's still a brown lady that's got to try to win in a party that is deeply anti-immigrant and which accepts the notion that you can say immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. She's getting, birthered by Donald Trump. And I don't care how much the donor class likes her, which will ramp up a lot, the better she does in New Hampshire. So it's still a challenge. I don't see how she becomes the nominee of that party with Donald Trump still around. I can't picture it happening. Maybe it could happen. Ron DeSantis' only argument for staying in it is he's the white guy, that he can still make the appeal to white evangelists.
While we have
What do you think about that?
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't even make any sense. Because she's not the darkest lady in the race, or darkest person in the race, I should say.
No, yeah, she's not that.
There's another Indian who's not half Indian, but full Indian.
Was not mentioned once, by the way. I don't even, unless I heard it.
They didn't mention
They didn't mention him.
But see,
you can make the argument.
This does show an important point. The corporate media, the liberal corporate media, not just Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, all these people, they are running repeated cover for Nikki Haley. And why is that? Because to them, everyone talks about replacing Biden, with, Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer or Michelle Obama. In many ways, they see Nikki Haley as the moderate replacement to Joe Biden. Why? Because they're both part of the Uniparty, right? They're both corrupt. Nikki Haley will take you into even more foreign wars and is more bought out by the defense industry than Joe Biden is. Look at the relationship there. Look at Boeing, right? That's all very real. So she is protected by the establishment for a reason, right? And we brought up the stat, for those of you just joining us live, we brought up a stat tonight where they polled Nikki Haley likely voters in Iowa. And they asked the Nikki Haley voters, if the general election were between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, who would you vote for? 43% said Joe Biden, 29% said Donald Trump. That tells you everything you need to know. The support behind this woman is not conservative. It certainly, at the very least, is not grassroots conservative. She is backed by the donors. She is backed by the Uniparty, right? The kind of establishment status quo people on both sides, which is, of course, very ironic that you listen to her speech and she's talking about that. So, status quo, we're going to change the status quo. You are the status quo, woman. Okay, you are. But this is all very true. And this is why, okay, notice it's a very interesting relationship in bed there. Why is liberal media running so much cover in defense of Nikki Haley? It tells you everything you need to know about her.
And also, to make it a race argument, it's just kind of weird when you have Vivek there. It's obviously, if there were any racism here, he's got a last name that would, make that argument make sense.
Yeah, he doesn't have a fake European name that he put on, right?
And he's darker than Nikki Haley. If Joy Reid got up there, if Joy Reid got up there and said, "Oh, she lost because it's sexist," at least that makes sense. At least the argument somewhat would make sense.
Yeah, because it's the only woman.
It would make sense. It's the only woman. she's not like, she talked about her dark skin in that clip. She's not the darkest person in the race.
Yeah, again, I guess Vivek just doesn't exist.
I guess he doesn't exist according to Joy Reid, but I mean,
think about this. If Nikki Haley were a seriously, let's just say all the same characteristics, she's an Indian woman, but if she were seriously conservative on the issues, if she had the ideology of like Carrie Lake or Vivek or someone like that, if she was not this soft core on the issues person who was bought up by the corporations, do you think Joy Reid would be running cover for her?
No.
Absolutely not. Why are they running cover? Use your head. And to the 20% of Iowa who voted for Nikki Haley tonight, who are not just basically Lincoln Project Republicans or outright Democrats, the people who proclaim to be conservative, who proclaim to believe in the same things as us, wake the heck up. At what point is it going to take some of you people to realize the issue with Nikki Haley? Okay. Oh, but I'm stuck in the Cold War geopolitically, and I like that she likes giving money to foreign countries. Yeah, well, she's corrupt. Why do you think she's so pro-war and pro-foreign aid to everywhere? Because when she left politics, she was bankrupt, took a job on the board of Boeing, made $8 million off of it. Now she's running as the biggest war hawk. Why do you think it is? Use your common sense. Why is the founder of LinkedIn, who is currently backing efforts to take Donald Trump off the ballot, why is he supporting Nikki Haley? Why is MSNBC running so much cover for Nikki Haley? Why are most Nikki Haley voters even saying they would vote for Biden over Trump? Why is it currently being discussed, the idea of Democrats, because it's an open primary and in New Hampshire, crossing over to vote for Nikki Haley? Because she is not on your side. She's not on our side at all. She needs to be kept 20 feet away from power. I'm willing to say about the other candidates left in this race, right? Trump, Vivek, I guess Vivek dropped out tonight, but Trump and DeSantis, I'm okay with all of them. I have criticisms, but I'm okay. Nikki Haley, that's not the case. She's an enemy of the conservative movement. She's an enemy of everything that's decent in this country. And yes, I'm being that aggressive about it. People always ask, why am I this aggressive? Because I see what's going on. Clearly, 20%, 19.2% of Iowa does not. And it's very disappointing. Wake the heck up, turn off corporate TV news, and start paying attention. Any other thoughts? That's summing up.
Yeah, I mean, she I don't know, she performed a little better than I thought, slightly over.
Yeah, because okay, not to do the whole Cenk Uyghur thing of like calling out our own base or whatever, but it's true. There are still a lot of Republican voters in this country who just don't get it. You guys just don't get it. I don't understand, You and there's so many different reasons. You don't get it on foreign policy, fine. I mean, that's probably a big reason. Also, this logic of, I'm against affirmative action, but I also think that I like Nikki Haley because she's a woman. Let's be real. There's voters out there like that. Sure. I'm for meritocracy, but wouldn't the left be so, what I'm talking about. Wouldn't the left be so angry if Republicans had the first woman president, not the Democrats? Leftist heads would roll. But I'm against affirmative action, by the way. I'm against DEI. Yeah, no, the heck you're not. There's obvious contradictions in your moral philosophy. Just wake up, okay? Just wake up. Seriously, all you 20% of this party supporting Nikki Haley, disgraceful. Honestly, I'm not as surprised as you because I do think that there's a disconnect between the internet and real life. But yeah, I equally agree. Shame on you guys. I said it. Shame. Anyone who voted Nikki Haley, you may be naive, you may be ignorant, or you may just be wrong and deceitful or malicious. It doesn't matter. Shame on you for not being awake. All right? Is that what we got to do at this point? There's no reason she should be getting 19%.
Yeah, I mean,
she should be getting Jeb Bush numbers.
Yeah.
In a perfect world.
I thought she's going to be around 16 and DeSantis to be like 14. Yeah. I didn't think they'd both probably do as good as they did. I think DeSantis did way better than I thought he would. Haley did just slightly better, but she was right around where they were at polling. Trump did about 1% worse than polls, but still within the margin of error. Thing is, we're going to stop talking about her here soon because after New Hampshire, it's South Carolina, and after South Carolina, it's Nevada, and after Nevada, she'll be done.
It's really going to be a new era for the channel when that comes, when I can't talk about Vivek or Haley or their beef. That's like my favorite content on this channel. I don't know. Maybe when she's out of the race, we're just going to dig up old clips and still make videos making fun of her because I just enjoy it way too much. But anyways...